this isn't really an episode. It's more of a thank you. I spent 2020, for the most part, discussing everything that's been happening in Lebanon. And almost the entire year, I wasn't in Lebanon. I left in January, mid-January, arrived to New York, and for the most part, spent the year pretty much alone. I had a few very, very good friends in New York that I saw, I think, perhaps a bit too much. I think I tested their limits. I invited myself on too many occasions just to have some human contact. And this is, of course, during the spring when everything was shut down across the world, but New York in particular got hit very hard. And these friends, I think, they kept me together. They were my human sort of social interaction, physical social interaction, physical interaction. But my social interaction, if you want to sort of loosen the meaning and the parameters, the podcast, I think. I think the only reason I sort of stayed above water this year was because I managed to do sometimes 3-4 episodes a week on everything that touches my heart, on everything that means the world to me. And this is not a personal, limited feeling. This is shared among all that care about Lebanon and the roller coaster ride of all that's happened since October last year. And there's no need to sort of go back and revisit these moments, but it's been one hell of a year. And I'll just limit these words to, what I'm doing and why I'm releasing this. I'll say it. I'll sort of mention this up front, that this isn't the last episode. These aren't the last words you'll hear from me before the end of the year, for better or worse. There is still one episode coming out. It'll be released the 26th of December, and I think it'll be released at 5 p.m. Beirut time, and the 26th is sort of this coming Saturday. So, and in 6 days, you'll get a notification. If you've subscribed to the YouTube channel, it'll pop up, and it's a special episode marking a difficult but very special occasion for me. And I don't know, I've been working very, very diligently on this episode. In all my spare time, I've been putting it together, and I think it's ready. I think I have the final version ready. And I'll apologize right now. I have a slightly broken camera that I'm using, so if you see me sort of veering off a bit to the right, it's just because the camera is not really in its best shape. And I apologize if you have these sort of lines sort of going up and down behind me. So it's probably the last time I'll be using this camera. Close friends and some relatives know that something very difficult happened to me, and it's not just me, but in January, perhaps early February, and sort of my personal life took a dramatic turn, and I haven't found a way to properly address that chapter of my life because it's closing only now, and I will find the right words and I'll find the right way to express that event. And I think I'm also going to leave it there because I don't think I want to really talk about it yet. But there will come a time where I will find the right words to perhaps reflect on a very personal challenge that kept me in New York, that brought me to New York, that occupied my life for many years. And I think if I say more, I'll probably just go down a rabbit hole in a deep tunnel of emotion. So I won't. But I'll say that it's been a very, very difficult year. And I don't want to end the year alone in New York. Despite these friends that are here that have meant the world to me, and despite the relative comfort of having an apartment to do this day in, day out, and I've kept the podcast running from afar, but I think it's time to let go of this chapter altogether. And I think this is probably, not 100% sure here, but most probably, this is the last episode I'll be doing from this apartment, this location. I'm going back to Lebanon. I'm flying flying soon. And I'm really looking forward to this trip. I think I need to be there, especially this time of the year, but I need to be there. I need to end the year there. I don't want to end the year here. And I want to be with loved ones, with people that have for many reasons, have not left or are unable to leave, or perhaps are determined to stay against the odds. All of the above. And there's something very special about this time of the year. And I want to celebrate the end of this twisted, demented, horrible, god-awful year in Lebanon. And I'd like to throw it away there and start the new year there. So I'm really looking forward to that. This background that I guess became familiar to anyone who's been watching the episodes, I don't think I'll ever get the sort of luxury of having this sort of very spacious background space that at least gives something as disheveled and sort of expired as me a pleasant distraction. But I'll find a place in Beirut to record, and I look forward to doing episodes in person once again. It's how the podcast started. I never intended this to be a Zoom virtual experience. I love the intimacy of having deep explorations and conversations with people in person. It's magic, and I want to do that the moment it's possible. Once COVID is a part of our past as well, I think it'll be a thrill to speak in person once again. But all things that relate to Lebanon. I started a few minutes ago by saying thank you, and the reason I insist on that being sort of repeated is because I didn't explain what I meant. I want to thank everyone who listened, who watched, who reacted, who engaged, who sent me private messages, who shared public feelings. The the well over 100,000 listeners and viewers. I haven't actually checked the numbers recently, but over the summer it hit 100,000, and that was a big marker. So I don't know what the numbers are. I'm going to wait a bit longer before I go back into that addictive clicking to see where the numbers are. But to everyone who's either enjoyed the podcast or been part of the podcast, I think I can safely say this now, that I have so many new friends that I'd like to meet in person. They're, for the most part, in Beirut. These are people I've never met. And I respect them immensely, and I want to gauge their minds in person. So the friendship, the bubble, I want the virtual bubble to burst into a real life bubble, physical bubble. And I want to thank everyone who tuned in, because knowing that there was an audience engaged, knowing that these episodes served a function, and knowing that the difficult topic was explored through and through, documented, available. There's hopefully enough lessons learned and a lot of analysis and sort of a real dissection of everything that happened to Lebanon in recent months, and going back in time as well. And having enough varied opinions and sometimes challenging conversations. By challenging, I mean some of them were proper debates, but civil, and I loved it. I think the podcast, without the audience, without you letting me know that you're enjoying this, I don't really know what I would have done this year. I think the whatever would have replaced this would have been empty and meaningless. And instead, I had a fulfilling, meaningful year, albeit a frustrating and challenging year for everyone. But this podcast is sort of, it's in its infancy still. It's going to keep going, and it'll improve and keep improving, and a lot is in store next year. And I look forward to sharing more conversations and more standalone stories that I really enjoy putting together. And I think some of my best work came out this year, and I channeled all of it through the podcast, and I'll keep doing that. So once again, stay tuned for Saturday, Beirut time, 5 p.m. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll see me in Lebanon. And beginning next year, the winter Mediterranean sun, and the one place I call home. I'll find the right spot to reflect, and I think you'll see me in better shape the next time I'm doing this, and you'll see me with a better camera. I'll find a better camera to record from. Thank you.